Hey collective, it's Anne Marie. Happy Monday. I hope all of you are doing well. I was up super late last night and boy, I was knocked out traveling and all of a sudden I heard bleh, bleh. Woke up. Mr. Beezer got sick on the bed, which my cats never do. Galaxy actually tries to find a hardwood floor or a non-carpeted space to throw up on when he gets sick, and it's very rare. So I was up late and then had to change the sheets, and I just kind of wanted to chill today, but it's 71 out. It's beautiful. And I was like, fuck it, let's just go to the park and connect. And we have a few more of our rocks that we didn't get to put out yesterday. And so, hi, Mr. Robin. He's just like, I don't have any food for you. Seriously, I don't. Okay? Now, robins are everywhere. I mean, they're everywhere. But every time I'm at this park, there's always one that just hops around like Hopalong Cassidy. Hoppity, hoppity, hippity, hoppity, hippopotamus. Feeling it today. All right. Thank you, Divine Mother. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Mother Gaia. Thank you, Sun Spirits, Nature Spirits, Tree Spirits. Ooh, thank you, Universe. I'm full. All right. What does the Cosmic Record Oracle want us to know today? Now, Mr. Robin, it would be pretty dope. It would help me go viral if you jumped up on this table and picked a card. I mean, it could happen. All right. Let's get some messages of clarity for those who like it. Thank you. Ooh, I'm liking this. Jump up, jump up, jump up, jump, 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 jump. Okay. Alrighty. I like when we get cards that we haven't got yet, because this deck is pretty large, but there's been a common theme here. So we have, this is amazing, because just over the creek here is where we saw the turtle a couple days ago. And there's a turtle with some fish in this card. Jump in. The stars won't all line up for you. Stop waiting for all the conditions to align perfectly. Well, try what you've been doubting and take a step with confidence. Sometimes action precedes perfection. The moment is when this is the moment you need to jump in. It's time to jump in. What are you waiting for? Because you need to aim higher. You're making yourself small still. In the current struggle, you may seek a quick resolution, but rushing will complicate things. Let go of fixating on the outcome and choose the path of empathy and foresight to overcome the impasse and improve the relationship. Ooh. He's trying to cross this bridge here. Yeah, it's like, on one hand, it's not rushing into things, but it's time to make a move on something. The Spirit has shown me. It's time to suddenly just jump in to do something. It's not a rush jump, but it's like you've been contemplating going across this fucking bridge, whatever it is, for a while, making a move towards somebody, starting a new endeavor, leaving a job, leaving a toxic situation, like picking through stuff. And you're hyper-focusing on the little things, and you're missing the journey. And I've talked about this in a reading. I'm part of this in a reading. Yes. It's like you're, on one hand, you're rushing to the point of what's the end game, what's the end look like in this scenario or the situation. It also could be that you're hyper-focused on what will it look like for you if you make this move, if you jump into something new. If you start a new path, if you walk away from this relationship, if you walk away from a connection, if you walk away from a job, if you walk away from conditioned beliefs or patterns in your life that have been holding you back, what will that look like? Oh, if I do this, that, I'll lose all my friends, or, the A, B, and C. And it's like, it's your if this is your scenario, it's like you're so hyper focused on what's the end going to look like, is that you're missing all the magical things that are going to happen during the journey. Everybody will tell you that. It's the journey is where you find magic. It's the journey where you find yourself. It's not always, the end game or the end goal here. I'm just looking. the bottom of the deck. Learn the lesson. Right. Part of the journey is learning the lessons we need to learn to move forward in our paths. Doesn't mean that everything's going to be peaches and cream or rainbows and butterflies or all that shit when you, make these choices. But there's a lesson to be learned during this, right? An unexpected event disrupted your plans, but don't be discouraged. This is a reminder from above. Learn the lesson. Uplift your spirit and step forward. We got step forward and jump in, right? Step forward boldly. The future is yours to create. Right. It's like, come on. Let's be bold here. Let's be courageous. What's the worst that's going to happen? Things that aren't meant for you aren't going to be meant for you anyway. Okay, so maybe you make a mistake. Okay, it's not a mistake. It's a learning opportunity. Maybe you could have communicated something differently. Maybe you could have went about something a little bit differently. Whatever it is. But how will you know just staying in one situation, focusing on possibly the negative outcomes? If you're choosing happiness, right? Because it's a choice. We don't manifest happiness. We don't manifest joy. It irritates me to hear people say that with love. You choose it. You choose it. Sometimes, and we talk about this a lot, choosing our own happiness pisses people off. Well, it's not your problem. What is in the best interest for you and the greatest good? Are you leading with love? Are you leading with integrity? Are your intentions pure? That's what's important for you to jump into this and not have the fear. It's like there's aiming higher and jumping into situations is going, it may not always work out in the best scenario, but it's like you're learning lessons. It's not the end game. It's not the end game we're focused on. We're focused on, okay, along this journey, it's going to be a little bumpy. It's going to be a little messy, right? A lot of you can think about time that you made difficult choices where you just jumped into something and it was scary. You may have packed all your shit and moved across state. You may have became homeless or got out of a really bad connection and shit was really rocky for a while. Maybe you were homeless, or maybe you lived in your car, or maybe you had to go live with family, or maybe it's all kinds of shit. And on the outside, it may have looked crazy, but there was something that you learned along the way, whatever this was. Whether you left a very toxic job or a toxic situation and you really didn't have much of a plan, right? And there were lessons to be learned in that, and there's going to be lessons in this. What else do we need to know? Make sure during this whole thing you defend your ground. We still have learned the lessons. Cut the deck again. Right, be flexible. Why are these backwards like this? Okay, be flexible. And you know what's, oh my God, I can't believe this octopus. On, was it Prime or Netflix? I think it was on Prime. There was this documentary about octopuses, and Tracy Morgan was in it. There were some other people, but it was a very interesting, I think it was like an hour show about octopuses. Now I'm very intrigued by them. I'm so intrigued by them. And did you know that literally octopuses are I agree with the documentary. They're like some type of alien, and they're the master shapeshifter. They are the master shapeshifter. So that's important here, to be like the octopus. An octopus can literally not just change its color, but change its form. If an octopus goes into like tall grass to get away from, being attacked or whatever, all these like little particles will start growing up off them to make it look like grass. If they go into a bedment of rocks or coral reef, their skin will start to look like the reef. It will develop like that. So not only do they change color, they change formation. It just blew my mind. I didn't know that. I mean, I knew they changed color and adapted. That's what this is about, being flexible. Like an octopus swimming in the deep sea, your flexibility is your best weapon against pressure. Adapting to change isn't about surrender. It's about smartly realigning yourself. True strength lies in constant adaptation. Ain't that the truth? Isn't that what we've been learning? Some people aren't able to adapt to situations. There's maybe a comment like, be more adaptable, be more flexible. You know what? Okay, so I'm in this situation. It may be uncomfortable. Let's lean into that uncomfortability. Let's lean into that. What can I learn from this situation being uncomfortable, not liking what's going on around me? Things aren't looking the way I want them to look. Thank you, bird. But being flexible with it, I guarantee you, you will get the lessons. You will grow deeper in your path. You will have a greater insight to how to move in the future. I guarantee you, the more adaptable you are, the more flexible you are, regardless of what situations you're going on in your life, it will help you jump in full